Hi everyone, this is Audrey Alison, and I'm creating this intro for my November forecasts just to let you know that there is a technical difficulty and a glitch that I'm going to absolutely blame on Mercury retrograde as my ruler. Mercury rules me, and you'll see that there's a disconnect between the audio and the video on 9 out of 12 of the forecasts, and I'm not sure why because I've recorded them the same way. So I do apologize. If it's hard to watch, I suggest you do it blindfolded. Could be kind of fun. No, you didn't take a handful of peyote and watch them. They're going to be a little out of sync. So I do apologize, but hopefully the problem will be corrected for next forecast in December. And I won't dare bring the computer in to have it fixed until after the Mercury goes direct on November 11th. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the forecast as much as you can. And I'll speak with you next month. Bye. Hi Aries, my name is Audrey Alison, and this is your November 2013 forecast for the month. It's a horoscope slash taroscope, and I'm jumping right in because I'm making these shorter than even last month. Right off the bat, November 1st, we have a Uranus square Pluto, a Pluto square. This has been with us for a while. There's a ton of these tensions and squares occurring through 2015. This I don't want to get into too specifically, but it will start off tension at the beginning of the months for all signs. But directly after that, on the 3rd, we have a new moon annular solar eclipse. It's 11 degrees Scorpio again. Now, we started these eclipses back in May. We had 2 in May, there was April, May, and July, and then October, and now we're going into November with another eclipse. There's just so much activity between our sun and our moon. It's almost unheard of to have this many eclipses in a year. But what this is doing, it's in Scorpio for you. So Aries, that is, Scorpio governs your 8th house, and that is the regeneration house, rebirth, transformation, death and rebirth. But basically, what this does is an eclipse will bring you changes in that sector. So you could be going through a makeover, something as little as rebirthing your image. You could be going through a time where you're adjusting to life as you know it, or life around you, or circumstances around you on the 3rd. Then right after that, we have November 5th, we have Venus going into Capricorn. So it's coming out of Sagittarius, going into Capricorn. Capricorn for you is your 10th house of career. So Venus in your 10th house will be a very loving placement in regards to what you're doing. You're going to find that that sector is there's a lot of love filtering through that house for you, so you really could love what you do at this time. And Venus will be in Capricorn for quite a while. Normally Venus transits every 28 to 30 days or so, but this is going to be a longer placement for her because she goes through a retrograde eventually, not in November, but she'll be in Cap a little longer in that 10th house. So you could really be working to make your career beautiful to you. Be in love with what it is that you're doing, and these changes will come to you naturally because they are governed by the planets. Also on the 7th of November, Jupiter, who's been stationed in Cancer since July of 2013, or I'm sorry, June 26th of 2013, Jupiter will be going retrograde in Cancer. I believe it's 20 degrees Cancer. And this house for you, Cancer being your 4th house of home and family and foundation, Jupiter bringing you luck in that area, luck with your family and in the home, bountiful benevolence. It expands what it touches. So being retrograde there, you might find that maybe it's not as bountiful in the home for that retrograde period, meaning that you've put a lot of work into that area, or you've had a lot of energy in the home or grounding you. And now with the retrograde, you might just pull back some. Maybe you'll have some more privacy in your home or your sanctuary at that time. Also, wow, we have a lot of major planets, outer and inner planets, going direct for a change, finally. We'll accept with that retrograde with Jupiter, but we are coming out of a Mercury retrograde on November 11th, at the tail end of the 10th into the 11th, thankfully. And I'm hoping that everyone went through that pretty well. And that retrograde was in Scorpio for you, so that is, again, your 8th house. So that house of even possessions, but regeneration and rebirth has been activated for you. And now that Mercury goes direct, that planet will bring forth a lot of activity, communications, messages, mind and intellect stimulation in that area. We also have Neptune going direct. Neptune is stationed in its home planet of, or home sign of Pisces. And it will be going direct 2 degrees Pisces. And Neptune is the dreamer, the planet of illusions and psychic abilities, very watery, dreamy planet. And it going direct, you could find that maybe your intuition isn't as foggy. This is a clearer transit when Neptune goes direct. We like Neptune working on our behalves. I mean, a retrograde Neptune can get a little disillusional. So that going direct 2 degrees Pisces, that's in your 12th house, Aries, which also governs Pisces being stationed at home. So you could really have found that you are just, your mind may have been a little loopy during that previous retrograde, but this is a positive aspect as she turns direct. So we also have the 17th is a full moon, November 17th, full moon 25 degrees Taurus. Taurus full moon is every November. And this is in your 2nd house of possessions and money and finances, the good house. Having a full moon in this sector is super positive because it will be illuminating that area for you. It's a beautiful time to focus on your earnings, to create a schedule or a budget or a plan. It's also a great time to make changes because the full moons tend to illuminate what we don't see. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable, but I like this 2nd house full moon because full moons are great for culminations, things coming to a head, and you could find that you are adjusting your finances at this time and having them to do so. So that's a very positive thing. We also have Chiron going direct, the wounded healer asteroid that I spoke of last month. That is going direct in Pisces as well in your 12th house. So you have a lot of 8th house stimulation and 12th house, both which are very quiet houses, very secretive, spiritual, internal, and not forceful houses. These are just very, you find the most solitude in the 8th and 12th house. 4th as well, but which is also activated for you. But these 8th and 12th houses seem to be on repeat for you. So having Chiron going direct there, this wounded healer could have you focusing still in a positive way, going forward with what it is you're trying to make positive changes and heal from. And gosh, now the sun is going into Sagittarius on November 21st. And I love the sign of Sag because it rules the 9th house, it rules your 9th house, and that's faraway places, philosophies, religions, distant travel, adventure, fun-loving experiences, and it's a good vibe when things are in Sagittarius, at least for me personally. For you, I actually love the 9th house placement. When the sun is shining there for you, Aries, you work very well with that area because you like to take action. So seeing you travel after the 21st when Mercury is direct and the sun goes into Sagittarius would be an amazing time for you to plan trips and to get moving because you'll need to. You'll be stimulated in that area. I'm going to pull some cards for you now. I talked about the planets, and I hope that that was helpful. You can also reach me on my website too if you have more questions and would like a reading. Let's see what I have for you. Oh, wonderful. The Strength card. Okay, so this rules Leo and usually the month of July, but the Strength for you is an important card. I love it because obviously it means what it is. You will gain strength, but I feel like this is connecting to when Venus goes into Capricorn for you. It also makes things beautiful, but Venus does rule finances as well as beauty, and I feel like you'll just be strong on both sides. You'll be balanced with beauty, with money, with a lot of internal facets too in your 8th and 12th house, because I feel like as an Arian you've been working on yourself. I want to pull another card for you. Okay, this is excellent. So the 9 of Coins, the money tree, prosperity, health, wealth, well-being. It's an amazing card to get regarding finances, and you having a lot of stimulation with your possessions and with working on budgets and honing in on how to restructure your money. And the second house of that Taurus full moon for you is where this card would fall in, because Taurus is also an earth sign and the pentacles rule earth. So I feel like this is the full moon card that most fits with that. I feel like the strength and the money here will be very good. You'll find a solid ground in November, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Audrey Alison. You can find me at audreyallison.com, and I do private readings. So you can find my information below, and I hope you have a beautiful November. Have a sweet day. Bye.